Hi guys, today we are going to see about how to find the line sizes for the desired plant or the desired capacity of the fluid. Okay, we are going to take a model scenario like a brine chilling pan, right? So you know brine chilling pan. It will be mostly in where the refrigeration system is handled, it will be that, or when there is a batch reactor sections where the cooling is required. During those cases, they will use brine chilling pan to cool the medium further, or during the reaction to remove the heat. So in that cases, they use brine chilling pan. So we take this scenario and find out the line sizes. There we have a brine chilling pan. It is having capacity of 50 TR, ton of refrigeration, So it is having this capacity and it is having some heat load. I will give you the data. So for this heat load, what is the line sizes that we have to decide? And we know the pump recommended flow rate also, but we don't know the suction and discharge line sizes for the required plant. Okay, so we just how to calculate it, we are going to see that. So as per the data, we have 50 TR or the capacity. The temperature range will be minus 15 degree Celsius to minus 20 degree Celsius. So this is the delta T we have, and the heat load of the capacity plant is, so you can calculate the heat load from the ton of refrigeration also. You know how already we have noted that 50 TR. So 1 TR is equal to 3024 kilocalories per hour. Kilocalories per hour. Based on this constant, just multiply this with 3024. So you will get the value of 151200 kilocalories per hour. So this is the total heat load we have. From this data, we can calculate what is that? We can calculate what is the mass flow rate, and from mass flow rate you can calculate the volumetric flow rate. From the volumetric flow rate, you are going to derive the size. What is the size line sizes, suction discharge lines of the pump. So we know the here the recommended pump capacity given here is recommended pump capacity is 39 meter cube per hour. So this is the recommended pump capacity. So for this pump having 39 meter cube per hour. So what is the suction and discharge lines? What is the size, line size? That's what we are going to find out. So from this given data, you have to know mass flow rate. So you can take Q is equal to heat load. So from this, you can calculate the mass flow rate. So for this data, you have delta T and you have Q. And you have to find out the mass flow rate, but we have to know the specific heat also. We can take, we have to take a medium, what is the medium? So we can take MEG. MEG, right? You can call it as MEG. So nothing but monoethylene glycol. So here we are using 50% monoethylene glycol. In some cases, we use various mediums like ethylene glycol, like that also we can use. So here we are using 50%. The concentration may vary, depends on the delta T range. Okay. So in this case, you are using monoethylene glycol. It is having specific heat of 0.75 kilocalories per kilogram degree Celsius. So we know the Cp also. From this given data, we can find out the mass flow rate required for this total heat load. So as by rearranging this one, we get it like this. So after applying all the values, like in metric units, you will get it like around 40320 kilograms per hour. So you know the mass flow rate. So now you have to find out the volumetric flow rate. So we just write it down here. mass flow rate 40220 kg per hour, right? So you found out the mass flow rate. So if you know the mass flow rate, you can directly take this as another scenario. You just take a model mass flow rate and calculate from that how to get the line sizes. Okay. So we are going the model scenario only. So m dot, you know that from this you have to find out the volumetric flow rate. So as per the general formula, mass by volume is equal to density. So you have the mass, you don't know the volume. So if you rearrange this one, what will be the, so Y is equal to m dot by rho. So as per this formula, you have to know the density. The density here it is taken as 1080 kg per meter cube, right? So as per this one, apply this one. So V equal to 40320 divided by 1080. It will be around 37.33 meter cube per hour. So this is the volumetric flow rate we have needed, but the recommended pump capacity given here is 39 meter cube per hour. So you go with this one. So that's how it is taken. Okay. So you know the volumetric flow rate also. Now you have to find out the line size. So prior to going that one, we have to take the recommendations based on the API or given by the client. So mostly I already told you the velocities of the pipeline through the pipeline will be always like it will be around 1.5 to 4 meter per second. So in this case, we can take an example scenario of like discharge velocity. We can take here as 2 meter per second. Okay, based on this case, just take this one. Now we can find out the line size. You know the volumetric flow rate is equal to velocity into area. So you know the velocity, and we have to find out the area, cross section area. It will be found out only when you know the size only. So you have volumetric flow rate and you have constant of 2 meter per second as per the recommendation. So for the area, you are just applying the values, pi d square by 4. Okay, V dot. So if you rearrange this one, so you will get it like, for volumetric flow rate, we will just take Q to avoid confusions between velocity and volumetric flow rate. So we use Q. So if you use this one, it will be discharge line size dia. Okay, so it will be like Q into, it will come in denominator by I into 4 whole power. So we have this Q in meter cube per hour, volumetric flow rate, meter cube per hour. We need this in meter cube per second. So we just divide this by 3600. So it will be like this. And velocity, this one and the velocity. So by rearranging this one, it will be like this. Actually this is d square. We are going to find out the d only. So you just take the square root. It will be 1 by 2, or you can take it as 0.5. So the final output will be in meters. So if you want it, the line size in mm, so multiply it with the 1000. So if you go by this formula, so you know the Q value. Just take this one. Q equal to 39 meter cube second. Okay. So if you go by this formula, the dia you are getting like around 100 mm. Sorry, 83 mm. More or less. So this is the but we have to take the nearby standards only. So if you go by this one, take 100 mm, which is equal to 4 inch. So similarly, for the same case, you can find out the suction line size also. But only the thing is that suction velocity you have to take based on the recommendations as per API or BS standards, whatever it is, depends on it. So if you take suction velocity 1 meter per second, so I just calculated, you can work it out. So based on if you take 1 mm, it will be like around 117.4, the dia of the suction line mm. So you can take approximately 150 mm. So that is equal to 6 inch. So the suction line will always be greater than the discharge line mostly. So if it is the case, but then your workout is correct. Thank you guys. If you have any doubts, just ask it in the comment box. And my deepest condolences to the Lebanon incident. Thank you.